Today, I'm about to show you how you can sell winning products just like these online that are proven and guaranteed to make you money, and I'm literally gonna show you the proof. With this method, you can easily make up to $10,000 per month even as a beginner with no experience. So I'm about to take your hand and walk you step by step through how to get started with dropshipping, and this is gonna be something anyone can do from anywhere in the world, and we're gonna do all of this for free, which I know for a lot of people is important because you don't want to keep pouring your hard-earned money out on things that may not work. You want to be able to try and test it out a bit first. So don't worry, I got you. So this is about to be a full tutorial, and it will probably one of the longest videos I ever made on this channel because I don't want this just to be another video where people tell you that you can do something without actually showing you all of the steps that you need to do in order to succeed at it. So here's a quick overview of the method that we will use in this video. First and foremost, how to create your online store, how to easily find those products that you can sell that are guaranteed to make you money. I'm going to give you some free tools that will help you come up with a business name and create a logo in a matter of minutes. And I will show you how you can easily add the products you selected to your store with just one click, and also how to automate the fulfillment process so you don't ever have to worry about managing the orders or shipping them. But before we dive deep into this, for those of you who may not have any idea about what dropshipping is and how it works, basically you are responsible for finding products and placing them in your online store, and instead of having to put a ton of money in a beginning pre-purchasing these products and then storing them in your closet or your garage until you get a sale, with dropshipping you are using other people's money. Once the customer purchased the product from your store, then at that point you take the money that you receive from them and you go to a third-party supplier and purchase that product. And what's even better, you can either have the supplier or a fulfillment company then send that product directly to the customer. You're kind of like the middleman here, and how you really benefit out of this is you are purchasing these products at wholesale prices, which is typically lower than the retail price, and then you list these products on your store. You get to set your own price, which is gonna be higher than of course what you paid for. So let's say you buy the product for $7 and then on your store you sell it for $20. You will get a $13 profit, again all without ever having to use your own money to do this. So when it comes to dropshipping, the very first tip that we need is to open up an online store. And remember, I'm trying to keep all of this for free when first starting out so that you can get the chance to test this out before really having to commit to anything. So that's why we're gonna be using Shopify to create our store, and I will leave a link down in the description that will get you a 3-day free trial. Now I know it's only 3 days and that may not be enough time, so if you sign up using that link below, after the 3-day trial you will be able to get Shopify for only $1 for your first month, and that $1 should be the most that you will have to spend this month trying to grow your dropshipping business. So once you enter your email, you will be brought to this page right here, and they are going to ask you a few questions, and those questions are not really important, so you don't have to stress about that. And then it will ask you where your business will be located, and as you can see, there are all of the different countries that you can create a store in. Now after you choose your country, you will finish creating your Shopify account by entering your email again and creating a password. And at that point, I want to take a moment to say congratulations, because if you are filing along with me, which I hope you are, you just completed the first step to making money with dropshipping. Now of course we're not done yet. We're gonna work on that in a little while, and I'm gonna show you a really easy way to do that. So don't feel overwhelmed about this. We're doing this together. So the next thing we need to do before we go into anything else is to find winning products to sell that are gonna get us paid. And I'm gonna give you a powerful tool that you're definitely gonna need in order to succeed at this, and that is AuotDS. And AuotDS is pretty much an all-in-one dropshipping platform. They actually do the research for you, and then they provide you with the best-selling products for you to try out. They are also a supplier. They have the products for you to sell, and on top of that, they also fulfill the orders for you. So I will leave another link down in the description that will get you a 30-day free trial of AuotDS. You know, our mission is to keep everything free, or at least under $1. So you can go ahead, click on the link, and set up your free account. It's very easy and simple to do so that you can continue to follow along and we can do this together. So once you've started the free trial and log in, the very first thing that are going to tell you to do is to add a store. So we're going to click on, we already have a Shopify store, so that we can connect it to AuotDS. So you will click on install, and you will come to the top and hit install the AuotDS app, and at that point it will be connected. So whatever you do in AuotDS, it will be automatically sent over to Shopify Shopify and you won't have to do it again. Now, when it comes to finding the perfect product for you to sell, you used to have to spend hours searching the web or different platforms looking for products that may be trending. But the good thing is now you don't have to do that anymore. AuotDS has 3 different product finding features called Marketplace, Winning Products, and TikTok Spy. Again, like I said earlier, they have already done the research for you. All you have to do is review the stuff that they have already found that's gone really well, and then you will pick the ones that fit your need. So in Marketplace, this is where you will find all of the products that they have available, and there are tons of categories for you to choose from, and you can even narrow this down, and you can come up here and filter results to look for specific things like where it ships to or from and the price. Now, they do have other suppliers that you can connect to AutoDS, but I definitely recommend using AutoDS as a supplier because they have such a wide variety of products, and they have low shipping times, anywhere from 2 to 5 days depending on the product. So you'll be able to compete with the big boys that have 2-day shipping, and that's really important when you're starting out, especially when it comes to customer satisfaction. Now, you can also find really good products under the Winning Products tab. This is where you will find the hand-picked pre-vetted products that I told you are guaranteed to make you money. And a good thing about this is they add 3 to 5 new products every day, so you will never run out of option. Now, this is where the proof lies. Each product here has its own analysis, which is a breakdown of the potential profit that you can receive. They show you how much the products are being sold for. They will let you know if this particular product is currently saturated or not. And honestly, as a new beginner, you're not going to start with products that are not already out there. You're going to want to use the things that are proven and already working because you're not known yet. However, this does help with finding which products may be more saturated than others. Another great thing about this, it also shows you who the target audience is of their particular product, because you're not going to go and sell pet products to a person that doesn't even own a pet. So it's important to know who you need to target with this. Another thing, they will break down your competitors and they will show the prices that they are charging. They will give you the websites of them. They will show you the ads that they are using. So all of the work you used to have to do on your own has pretty much been done for you. Now, for some reason, if you can't find any products in those 2 areas I just showed you, they do have one more that's called TikTok Spy. And this one is definitely going to save you hours of searching for products. You'll be able to look at the different TikTok content that's doing well, and you can filter the results based on how many likes they are getting, the views that they are receiving. They will even let you know the interactions that they are getting. You will also be able to see if these videos are organically doing well or if people are putting ads on it to get those sales. And just a few more things you want to keep in mind when you are going through all of these things looking for products. When you are just starting out, you want to make sure you pick one niche. Previously, when dropshipping first started, a lot of people used to create general stores that had a bunch of different stuff, kind of like Amazon. And these kind of stores used to work. But at this time, especially for new people, many people are not being successful by creating those type of stores. And as you are considering which niche you want to go in, some of the top dropshipping niches to consider are health and wellness, beauty and skincare, there is home decor, kitchen appliances, there is electronics, fashion, and apparel. Of course, we can't leave out babies and kids and pets. Make sure you find products that solve problems or add value. You definitely want to look for things that are trending and in season right now. Valentine's Day is right around the corner and Mother's Day is right after that. So I think this particular product right here is a great product to sell after considering all of these factors and looking at the analysis. And you can actually add more than one product to your store. So now that we found our products, remember what I told you, you will be able to add products with the click of a button. So to add this to our store, we're going to click on the import draft button. Then we will select draft and we're going to hit click to edit this. And this is where we will add the price of this. And we will be able to pick the different variants we want to upload to our store, as well as come up with a good title. You can use the title they have, but when you're creating this for your store, you should want something that will be specific to your brand. So as far as title, to make this easier for us, I'm going to click on optimize with AI. That means AI is going to create a title for us. Then they just ask to choose the tone you want. And I want this to be syllable, of course. And then you want to select the temperature. So I will select more creative and look at this title that they came up with. This is perfect. And for the description, they already have a pre-filled description that you can use. However, I don't like to use the same stuff all the time that everybody else may be using. So you can also optimize this with AI. And then the next thing you can do is select all of the variants that you want for this particular product. And the next thing that's really important is the price. So we want to make sure sure we hit the edit button on that, and before I set a price, you can do a quick search on Google or go to Amazon and look at what other people may be selling this particular product for. And for me, I like to at least always double the price, and I try to beat the competition by dropping it by a few dollars, just as a new beginner. However, as a newbie coming into this, you definitely don't want to overprice anything because that will hurt your store and you might not get many sales. So moving on, the next thing you can do is choose all of the images that you want to be connected to this product when you put it on your store, and we will hit save and import, and it's going to upload all of those images directly to your Shopify store. And I'm going to do the same process to the other products that I found because I don't want my store to look naked. I feel like if you have that one lonely product on there, unless you are doing a dedicated product sales page, I want to at least put a few more products on there so that I look legit and professional. So now we are going to head back over to Shopify because it's time for us to finally start designing our store. This tip is going to be so crucial because when someone clicks on that link to look at your product, what your store looks like, it's going to be the first experience they have with your product. So one of the first things we are going to need to do is name the store, and I honestly suggest you go with a general name just in case you start trying out some products and you feel like this is not working and you want to go in a completely different direction. With the general name, you won't have to change every single thing you have worked so hard on. All you have to do is change the product, and in order to get some help coming up with the name, we are going to use another free tool called ChatGPT. So what I told it was, I just created a general store on Shopify and I need help coming up with a list of 30 possible store names. So this is a really good list that ChatGPT gave me to choose from. So I will select one of these names here, and then what I'm gonna do next is Google it to see if any brands come up with that name. You definitely don't want to have a name that's too similar to another one because it will be confusing. You want your business and your brand to stand alone. And another way that I just double checked to make sure that this is a good name to go with is I'll go to GoDaddy.com and I'll type in the name to see if that domain is available. And if it's available, I will buy it just to protect that name and so that no one else comes along and takes it. I will go ahead and buy that one, and you'll be able to link that to your Shopify store. So once you have the name, then we can go ahead and create the logo, and we are going to be doing that for free using Canva. And there is an easy and simple way that I do this. I usually will type in store logo and I pick one of these templates to create my logo. I just created this simple logo here using one of the templates, and then you want to download it, and I always make sure I download it as a PNG so that the background can be removed, so that no matter what you put the logo on, it will look good. So now we can go back to Shopify and we are going to add the store name that we came up with. And as you know, we already added our products to it. And to check that, you can just click on the products tab and you will see them all here. Now comes a little bit of fun. We actually get to design the store, and don't let that overwhelm you. This is going to be so easy to do because Shopify provides themes for you, and these are free to use. They have some paid ones, but we stand with the free ones, and you can just look at which one you prefer. You just select it and we will be able to customize it. And when you are starting out, just keep in mind you don't want to overcomplicate things. The most important thing right now is getting your store up and running. So you can edit the template that they gave you. I kind of like this one as is, but to show you how to customize it, the first tab here is going to show you all of the things that are on your home page. This is where you will be able to add announcements, like if you're doing a 50% off or if you're going to buy one get one free. You can just click here and you will type in whatever you want, and you are also able to delete the things that they are already pre-put into these things by just clicking on this icon here next to whatever you want to delete. This has all of the essentials that you need as a beginner to get started. The only thing that I want to do is go ahead and add the logo. So I'm going to go to settings and we will select logo, and you want to upload the logo here. And if you don't want to take the time to create a logo, they do have some free images that you can use, but I suggest creating your own logo because it will make your store look more professional and trustworthy. And once you add it, you can resize it by just dragging this board right here. Now with these themes, if you do like a particular theme but you don't like the color, you can actually change the color in it. You will just come over here, click on the theme that you like, and then you can click on each color and you can change it to whatever you want. And of course, you will have the background and different highlights that's changing colors. Please keep in mind, this is really important. You don't want to choose more than 3 colors. Color is important in itself because it represents the brand that you have, and certain colors will actually make the customer feel certain ways. So you want to be really careful with the colors you choose, but just make make sure whatever colors you do decide to go with, don't choose more than 3. A primary color, a secondary color, and then something that adds contrast. So before you start putting your products out there, a few more things you want to do. You want to make sure that you set up your payment info so that you can get paid. And that's going to be found on the main page where we were entering your store name. The next thing you want to do is go to the checkout tab and scroll down to the marketing options and make sure that the email is pre-selected and SMS. This will help you to start building an email list, and that's going to be a game changer, especially when you have new products that you add. You will be able to email and alert people, and if you want to send people back to your store, you can give out special discount. But right here is what I really want you to focus on. It says you need to set up terms of service and privacy policy in your legal settings, and we're going to click on it and set up these pages. You want to make sure you let the customers know what your policies are, what our refund policy is. You want them to know what you're liable for and what you're not. And a good thing about Shopify, they actually provide templates that you can use. Like I said, this entire system is changing and being made easier for people. Although this has become easier, I want you to keep in mind it will require work in order for you to receive the results that you are looking for. So for my refund policy, privacy policy, and terms of use, you want to make sure you create these pages by clicking on this button that says create from template, and you want to go through it, make sure it lines up with what you feel, make sure these are the policies that you want for your store. And for the return policy, I did remove the part that says where returns are sent so that I can email them if I approve the return, and then I will tell them where to send it. So one thing you cannot create a template for is your shipping policy, but there is still an easier way that you can handle that by going to ChatGPT and asking it to create it for you. And some of the things you want to make sure that's included in that shipping policy is that you're not responsible for lost, damage, or stolen packages. And you also want to tell it to include that customers will receive tracking info, and then you can review what they came up with. If you like it, then you can just paste it into this section, and from there you have a store that's ready to go. All of those policies will be found down in the footer of the page. You have all of your products here, everything flows, everything looks good. So as I told you earlier, you don't pay for anything until you are paid from the customer. Now once they place their order and send their money, you have to pay the supplier and they will send the product to the customer. And in order to do that, you want to go back to AutoDS and to the manage balance section, and here you will just add the product cost, not what you were paid. Now if you want AutoDS to auto fulfill this, which means they will send out tracking info and everything related to your order, you will have to add what's called auto credits. And again, this is gonna be after you receive the money, but the good thing about AutoDS, when you first open your account, they do provide a certain amount of credits so that you can auto fulfill the first few orders that you get for free, and you can always add more credits later so that they can continue to auto fulfill. Now at this point, you're probably wondering how and where do I go to sell my product? Well, there are a lot of different ways to sell your products for free, but my number one recommended platform that I always use to sell my products is Pinterest. Pinterest is a very powerful platform full of buyers that many people are not using, and you can easily make tons of sales if you manage to sell your products the right way. And I made a full and step-by-step tutorial showing you everything you need to do to make tons of money by selling your products on Pinterest. I will show you how to sign up for an account the right way, and I will also show you a secret trick that will explode your new Pinterest account to grow it from zero to get thousands and thousands of buyers to your store easily. I highly recommend you to watch that video. And that's it guys for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.